I read the script and I thought it was a really interesting character and an interesting story. And then I sat down with Lorene to talk to her about it, and we kind of had the same ideas of like how we saw what the movie could be. And I just thought this is something that I could really sink my teeth into, something I could do really would be fun for me to explore. Also a tiny bit scary. So it was all of those things. It proved to be all of those things. Ramona is tough and nurturing and unapologetically fierce and complicated, I think, which was the most attractive thing about it for me.
My character Destiny is learning how to be a woman because she never really had a mother growing up, and Jennifer Lopez's character Ramona really teaches her that. Because of Lorene, because of the script, I think because it explored the humanity of characters that society has often placed judgment upon, and I think as artists our obligation is to give humanity to those whose stories haven't been told.
I've always loved Jennifer Lopez. I wanted to work with her, but then, hearing about the movie, first of all, it's cool. It's a true story, and the point of view of it, the perspective is told in a really, I think, interesting way. Lorene, who is the director and the writer, meeting her is what really just sealed the deal for me of really wanting to be a part of the movie because I love just her vision for it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I love what I do, but I, of course, love to be around people that feel the same way that I do. And that's what this movie was filled with. Amazing women, directed by a woman, written by a woman, produced by a woman, edited by a woman, and starring all women, but most of all, great people.
I just feel incredibly lucky that I was able to be a part of something that was so female-driven because I think it's quite rare. And hopefully, I think it encourages people to believe in women-driven films and women directors and women writers. And I think once people see this film, they'll be like, hell yeah, let's have more of whatever that is.
It's written by a woman, it's directed by a woman, it's starring some of the most badass women I've ever seen in my life. It's about sex workers, it's about humans, it's about survival, it's about friendship, it's about all of the things that are part of my life.
Jessica Pressler wrote the article for New York Magazine that the movie is based on. And my character in the film is kind of the eyes and the ears for the audience because she interviews all these women once they've been arrested, and they all look back on the experience and hopefully make the audience understand why they did what they did.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be part of this film? It's just quite a moment with Lorene Scafaria as the director-writer, and this cast is amazing. I'm just trying to be present and soak it all up.
I really wanted to portray another dancer from a completely different discipline, a completely, having a pole behind you that's an apparatus, first of all. And then you start thinking about like, oh my gosh, these women do this day in and day out. And for me, it's very different when I dance. And I was just interested in getting connected to the similarities and then also getting connected to the possibility that there's so many things that make us similar. It's lovely to be here, and this is my first premiere, and to have it be at TIFF is really remarkable because I actually was here working as a roadie for Pharrell Williams when they did Hidden Figures. So to be back here and be in a film myself acting has been really special, and this is the location for that, and I feel really honored.
Talking about special, this is a very special collection of women that you're a part of. Can you talk a little bit about your experience with the rest of this extraordinary cast?
Yes, the experience was remarkable. You think that Lorene, she's been working on this film for so long, and then to have J-Lo, someone that I admire so much, is coming from a dance background, and then the incredible enigma of success and prolific artist she's become. Cardi B, who is incredible in her personality and just the ways that she's unapologetically her. Lizzo, who we have all been so inspired by lately, and for me, for some time, I've known her for a while, and to see kind of her star rise and to be in the room when she's doing a film, and I get to be there with her, with icons that I've always looked up to, and then to just be able to feel like I can be myself is really lovely.
The core of this movie, what connected me to it was seeing characters like this who aren't often portrayed on screen like this, just given a real lens and a real chance to have their story shown empathetically.
For people who haven't yet seen this wonderful piece of cinema that you're bringing to TIFF, can you talk a little bit about who those characters are? And I mean, like you say, it's not a story we often see on screen in this way.
It's about two women in New York City in 2007 and 2011 who were strippers who decided to take power back into their own hands by conning their shark Wall Street clients.
Can you talk, obviously, from a cinematography point of view, about the look and feel of the film? Because particularly some of the more sensuous scenes, that's really such an important character in the movie.
So we talked about shooting this movie entirely from these characters' experience and using sex as power and sex as a weapon and feeling the athleticism that these women go through on the pole and things like that. That was kind of the starting place for us. It was like a movie that's visually about control and trying to maintain control.
Is there a particular sequence in the film that you're either most proud of or you think really sums up that essence, that spirit?
Man, I mean, the whole movie to me is like one giant joyful montage of like all my favorite movies.
In terms of audiences here in TIFF and beyond, when they get a chance to see this film, what are you most hoping overall they take away from the experience of Hustlers?
I hope people love the movie and remember the characters and love the characters and fall in love with Destiny and Ramona.
I think just obviously talking about Jennifer Lopez, she's such a versatile, enduring star. What are we going to see from this performance that we perhaps haven't seen from all of her great work in the past? What is unique about this character for her?
I think you're going to see the best performance she's ever given, in my opinion. I mean, I think I was already such a fan of her, and having now worked with her, I mean, I have so much respect for her. She's the real deal. I mean, she's like what's more than the quadruple threat? I mean, she's such a talented athlete, dancer, actress, singer. She's just like, she's the full deal.
And I know that beyond this film, you've got a series that you're working on. Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect from that and particularly your contribution visually?
Sure. Shooting a pilot that I'm actually not sure what the eventual title is going to be, but it's about the Lakers in the 80s. And I think my contribution is going to be, again, trying to represent a different set of characters' stories that we don't often see.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You